It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And they call him the Unicorn. Kristaps Porzingis lacing him up tonight. That's a horse. That doesn't... How do you...
The Margaret Hunthill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all there as they got it going.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis has drawn comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, and it sounds like Dirk is a fan. He says of Porzingis, he's long, athletic, tough. He has touch. He can put it up.
And Porzingis, DA, a good 3 inches taller than Dirk. He's a very unique talent for sure. Well, we're moving into the heart of the NBA season, Clark. Has chemistry and pecking order in the locker room been set by the coach and by the team at this point of the year?
Yeah, I think with veteran teams, it's pretty well established. But again, the makeup of your veterans is key there. And with younger teams, though, I think they begin to, it's a process. It's an ongoing process of figuring out roles and pecking order. So as you get into the middle part of the season, the heart of it, I think the young guys do start to kind of figure it out.
Now the starting group for Orlando. We've got Kevin Love, Money out there with Cook, and it's Knight in at the small forward position. And it's Love with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Nice D from Porter. This is it to Bridges. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Lobbed up there for Knight.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pack to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Inside, here's Money, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Outside Porter, right at the free throw line. That shot off, and Orlando will come the other way. So first quarter, just over a minute and a half in. To the paint, Okidi gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Stolen away.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
Yeah, and Greg, this is a big game for both teams. I mean, they don't see each other often, and you know they both want to get a win in this one.
2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Dallas, no good that time either.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Oh,
Man. Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
And Porter, here we go. And that one comes up a bit short.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Now the feed to Love. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Lynch, he's checked in for Porter. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, here's Money. Bridges with the board. So for Dallas, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers. Poked loose. Lynch. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That has to be a relief. First bucket was a long time coming.
And they knew they'd bury one eventually. I mean, just a matter of time. Let's see if they can build on that.
Here's Knight. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Lynch. Kept alive. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
That's Lynch with the rebound.
Highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
Magic leading by 7. Money passes to Love. Here's Money, headed by Porzingis. From beyond the arc, and Kevin Love gets the 3.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
There's the pass to Lynch. That one a little long. And so Knight will bring it up for the Magic. Pass to Money. Kicks it to Cook. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Money passes to Love. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Jensen. No shot off that time. Some solid defense from Knight. Here's Cook. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose. A chance here to take a look at where the Mavericks rank in the NBA currently.
And you look at their three-point shooting, they put defenses in a tough position. You've got to protect the paint and still chase out to 25 feet from the hoop. No easy task.
Here's Lynch. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Mr. Porzingis from deep. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Out to the right wing. Here's Money, and he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And already with a commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Here's Lynch. Off target from three-point range.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Money. Lynch defended. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Knight. He's averaging 20 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, Sid, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
In the corner, Henry with it. Passes it to Lynch. They need this one.
They're struggling to knock down those threes here in the early going.
And, you know, sometimes you want to work it inside, see the ball go down, and that'll build your confidence from long range. Play inside out.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Money passes to Love over Jackson, and good as it just snugs right down through the net.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Porzingis passes to Lynch. Rebound by the Magic.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
The pass to Money. That's tipped. Porzingis with the steal, pushing it up. Here's Holcomb. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. While there's a break, let's take a look at this past month's assist leaders among small forwards in the NBA. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
And the first one at the line is good. Mark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy, athletic enough to get things done on the court. Was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit, but I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree. And they get it back. Money up and in on the layup. Money's got 13.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Dallas no good that time either. Orlando leading by 22. Here's Cook. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Here is Lynch. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Keith passes to Lynch. Pulls it from 20. And that one hits back iron.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring.
Oh! Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, ooh, wow.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Yeah, and the confidence really at a high level. Very impressive. They feel like this game is theirs, dominating right now.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Lynch hits them both. Here's Money. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Orlando shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Porter looking it over. The dish to Russell. Over Love. Russell no look. And so Knight will bring it up for Orlando. Inside, here's Cook. That one falls. Cook's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Feeds to Henry. Russell trying to free himself up, and he recovers it. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Oh, we on it. Oh, yeah. We on it. Oh, yeah. Touchdown. When I touch down, yes. No, I came for the around, yes. Mommy looking mad, depressed. I'm young, black, handsome, and fab. But let's get so fabulous. See you mad as what you say and what you doing ain't adding up. Do a ring around the squad, make her the buck. She see we own it, now she can't pass it up. No way. We own it. You looking in the eyes of the chosen. Hey, don't know where I'm going, but I'm going. Hey, Bill Go, kick the prize, what you doing? I'm a going touchdown.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, you know him, Shaquille O'Neal, you know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, they find themselves stuck in much the same position they were in when last season wrapped up. Right now that would be 11th place in the Western Conference. Tonight, 2 teams that crash the glass. Kenny, when you think of the great rebounders in this league, what are some of their key attributes?
Oh, they get that position, and then they hold it. They maintain it. That's the key.
Maintaining the position.
Yeah.
Oh, eyes on me, I see you watching. Oh, we do.
Two teams. Two conferences. It's a road game for the Magic in this one. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. Certainly what we have in store for us today. With Greg Anthony and Brett Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Spurs wrap up this home stretch. There's no question this game will put them to the test. Facing off against a team that has every expectation of beating them, they'll need to play a complete game to snare a win.
Yeah, and remember, this is the second and final time these teams will see one another. So they're going to want to ensure things turn out a bit differently this time around. I expect them to be as aggressive as we've seen all season.
And maybe just more than wins and losses at stake, it could be pride. They'll be using everything in their arsenal to try and avoid the season sweep.
A look at the Magic starting group. Money out there with Cook. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Knight in for 3. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. You can see it all over the league. Injuries, Brent, beginning to affect some teams, but it's hard to pay your stars and maintain a deep bench all under the salary cap. It's a very difficult dance to do.
This is why sitting next to you as a broadcaster is a really less stressful thing to do.
Oh, yeah,
rather than be a general manager in the league.
Yeah.
So hard to make.
But you could be a general manager in this league.
Maybe at some point, Kevin, but right now I'm enjoying this seat with you. And I'm wondering how it is that some of these teams can get creative with cap analytics guys and their strategy, how much they want to press forward, given some of the restrictions of what you can do with your roster. But we know the more players you have that can step in and be ready, these deeper teams during the regular season usually pile up a few more wins than those that don't have that approach.
Here's Money, covered by Brand. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Healed outside. Over in the corner, Brand. Off target from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Cook drops in the short one. Cook's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Knocked away. Pass to Money. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Helmet.
They wouldn't want all of their guys shooting a three on the break, but when it's him, he's got the green light.
Brand outside. Puts it up from 12. Second chance shot. Rebound, San Antonio.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
Heel can't hit. Magic have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Knight for 3. Doesn't go for it. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And you know what? Sometimes it's hard to say whether or not defensively you were on your game. But bottom line is their opponent didn't shoot it well. And you've got to take some of the credit from a defensive standpoint.
No question they deserve some credit, but they were really helped out by what was a very shaky performance. That just happened.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Brand, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
Here's Money, covered by Brand. Money passes to Love. Outside Knight. Here's Money. He's guarded by Harper. To the inside. Orlando moving the ball around. And it goes down 2 points. Cook's got his second basket of the game.
And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best to pull away.
And that's 4 turnovers for him here in the first quarter alone. He's got to snap out of it.
The Spurs making a switch here. Here are the Magic now. They lead by 7. Here's Money. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Brent, of course, you won a championship with the Spurs back in 2005 and 2007. Talk about the differences between those two teams.
Well, the similarities are more what I would go with, Kevin. 2005, it was a year where we leaned on Timmy a ton to beat a very physical, rough and rugged Pistons team who had won 6 Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe Manu Ginobili was the MVP of that series, by the way. And in 2007, the younger guys had grown up. We beat the Cavs 4-0, and that was LeBron James just putting on a show to get into the Eastern Conference Finals, beating that same Detroit team.
The open shot, Stockton, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And there's the pass to Thorpe. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I'll tell you what. And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Now let's check out some stats for Knight. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. First in shooting percentage, second in scoring, and he's also ranked second in assists. Needless to say, an elite playmaker.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Here's Stockton, and it's blocked.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Knocks it loose. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. That's in there. Love with the assist.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Spurs trail by 14. Stockton outside. And here again, the Magic in transition. Up the court they go.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Fortson. No good there. The Magic go the other way with it. Knight passes to Money. Back to Knight. Banked in off the glass. Knight's got his second bucket tonight.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The baseline jam. And he hits the jump shot.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Orlando leading by 17. They double it with Stockton. Love the pass to Money. Gobert with the block. And they're able to recover. Okidi. And he makes good on the layup. 8 points for him.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
The Spurs shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Stockton against Love. Now here's Stockton, guarded closer. Pass to Gobert. Burks kicks to Stockton. Stockton draws the double. Fires for three. Orlando grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And the execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Shoots the three. And that's collected by Love. Love's got his sixth rebound on the night.
Right now, he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out. He's got to try to find something different.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Orlando shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Brent, we have bigs playing a different kind of game in the NBA now.
It feels like skill is taking over, and even last year in the playoffs, so much talk for us about the idea of not being able to play a big center, right? Not being able to play a post-up center or a rim-protecting center. These players have to be mobile, they have to be able to set screens and roll down the lane, and they have to be able to switch out, most importantly, defensively to guard the most talented scorers in the league. So the center position is now becoming a more skilled position where teams take their best four-man and slide them down to the five, a la a Draymond Green or sometimes Giannis with Milwaukee, to make sure that they can make the most impact while they're on the floor.
Good examples. Here's Fortson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
Here is Cook, covered by Heel. Inside, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
I admire the approach here, especially in such a hostile environment. Offense and defense, they really play the whale of a game.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
To the middle.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. 1:49 left here in the first quarter. Now here's Brand. D right on him. Down low. To the middle. Love grabs the board. Love's got his seventh rebound of the game with that last one. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Mike D'Antoni for just a minute. He said in the first meeting between these teams, his guys weren't as sharp as they needed to be offensively. He thinks that cost him the game. He told me, if we take care of the basketball and execute in half court like I know we're capable of, it puts us in a good position to win tonight. Well, we'll see if that holds true tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
As always, DA, appreciate the good work. So, guys, they want to see their shooting percentage high up there immediately.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you just hope that a few guys get hot. It means a commitment to finding good shots.
Well, they're very driven offensively as a team, so you don't have to worry about guys getting too lazy out there. They're just going to keep working and finding those open opportunities.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
Dedmon dishes to Brand. There's 49 seconds left here in the opening quarter. To the paint. Here's Tyner. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example. Knowing where each other is at all times. And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I also like the adjustments that they've made. Each time they're defended a little bit differently, they seem to have the answer for it.
No good from Brand.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Now here's Payton. He's covered closely. Out to Brand. The 15-footer. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Here's Money. And so it's Orlando, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. To have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
A total team effort. Each guy looking to make the extra pass.
Well, as the coach of the team, you just can't ask for anything more. Obviously, this is propelling them to their advantage in the game.
Here are the Spurs with the ball. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That'll be game one of a 4-game road trip. We've got Dwayne Dedman. Harper is out there at Peyton, and it's Brand in at the 1 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Well, Orlando shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Here's Money. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Brand with it. He had 10 points in the win against Oklahoma City. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Brand's got 7 points.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Brand, for just the 4th time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Here's Love. Not going to fall. Starting off slow. He misses his first 3 from the floor. Dwayne Dedman, not a big name in the NBA right now, Brent, but he's a very productive player in what time he sees on the floor.
Well, he never does anything without misstep out there. Great length for a player. He competes on both ends of the floor, and he bolsters up a front line no matter what position you put him at, the 4 or the 5.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Brand outside with the teardrop. Here's Cook, and good off the lead pass that time. Cook's got 4 points in the quarter.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
They've also taken care of some of the details in this game, and that's why they're ahead.
Passes to Money. Okiti. Dedman defending. Stolen by Brand. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Well, we've got great dunkers now. You played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me and do it.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's your money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp,
so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J,
Dominique Wilkins over the top, MJ over everybody,
young Vince Carter,
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
And so Brand nails both of them. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Inside and another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here is Cook. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Gary. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And San Antonio shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Here's Harper. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Harper's got 6 points.
You just can't allow good looks like that from beyond the arc. That's just inviting all kinds of trouble.
Here's Knight, and Knight slams it in.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
Here's Gary. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. And he drops it in from the low post.
He's just so aggressive on that move. You have to come over fast and hard to stop him.
Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Money. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one. On the free throw, no good. Spurs have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Fourth, the pass to Stockton. He feeds it to Brooks. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
Trying to cut into this lead, bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
To the middle. Orlando shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on that one. And they can't make their second free throw either. Missing both. And the Spurs with possession. At the elbow, it's Heel. Over Cook. Heel can't hit. Orlando, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Money.
Oh!
And that's a rugged play.
Gracious.
Now here's Stockton. Here's Money.
Oh. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. The Spurs shooting 45% in quarter number 2. Stockton outside. The feed now to Heel. And just miss after miss right now. Orlando's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's money. And again, it's Orlando converting. The Spurs shooting 33% for the night. That's a big throw on their side right now. And another steal for him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the balls away with just such ease. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice deal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And great, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fan.
Ooh, okay. Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? My goodness. And Stockton, here we go. Healed outside. Over Cook. Healed with the bucket.
Good job in the mid-range. Buddy Hield getting squared up and scores.
Orlando's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. It's a little lazy about what it could be.
And Augustine kicks to Stockton. And he comes up with the deuce. Stockton's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Another steal. Here's Cook. And another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Stockton outside. Dishes it to Augustine. Orlando grabs the miss. Money's got his 5th rebound in this one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. We always talk about getting good looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. Third is Kevin Love. And, of course, Money.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
First one falls for him. Gary Payton is checked in for Stockton. He doesn't get the second one. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Here's Fortson. Nice shot from the wing.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Here's Money, covered by Payton. Love, right side. To the paint. Here's Money, covered by Payton. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. The Spurs have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice, efficient 50%. Yes, that goes in. Payton's got his first basket. Orlando's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Puts up a 3, and again, it's the Magic from deep.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Pass to Thorpe. The 9-foot shot, and it's blocked. Knight against Hield. Wasted no time on that one. Knight's got 9 points now in the quarter. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Thorpe, the pass to Payton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Orlando's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Lobbed up there for Knight. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Knocked loose. Payton in the corner. Plenty of space. Misses off the left iron.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Here's the break. And another assist for him. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Desmond kickstart. Here's Peyton in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Bobbed up there for Love. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's great connection between teammates as Kevin Love makes himself available as a big target.
And San Antonio shooting around 40% from the floor here. No one near Peyton as he lets it go. Misses the three.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. And they dodged the bullet there. I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Here's Money. 37 points for him. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
A moment here to look at the numbers for Money. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
And he's causing a lot of those mistakes, too. He's just harassing you 94 feet and does not give you an inch.
It's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And continuing to cough it up here, the TOs threatening to cost these guys the game.
Here is Cook, covered by Brand. Here's Money. And it's off the back rim, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Harper's shot, good. Orlando's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one's good. Love. Love's got 6 points.
Yeah, his shooting has been on target here in the second frame after not being able to get anything going in the first.
Here's Gary. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Orlando's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Money's got 40 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Count that one. 6 points for him.
And those close-range shots are what you want him taking. They always have a great chance of falling.
To the paint. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And so it's the Orlando Magic able to put on a show for the ages. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like? Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of their list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn.
Oh, buzzer.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Money.
I tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
Yeah, I can't believe how many times he was able to get into the lane and then use his athleticism to give us a show.
On the court for Orlando, Cook out there with Money. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Knight in at the free spot.
And the ability to drive and get to the rim is one of the reasons why Buddy Hield rarely has an off night. Even if his shot isn't going in, he can take it to the rack to find some points.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hat. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, Buddy Hield, not the biggest or most athletic player that's on the floor, but his work ethic is undeniable. He is a total gym rat. At Oklahoma, they had to lock up the balls. Otherwise, the guy would stay there all day long and all night.
And San Antonio shooting 43% from the floor. Brand outside. Knocks it loose. And they're running.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Cook. Another possession, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Brand kicks to Harper. The pass to Hield. Now here is Augustine. T right out. Good on the bucket.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low. Really difficult for them to defend.
Money passes to Love. He can't get that one.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
But they recover it. Money. That one goes in. Money's got 44.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Brand outside. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. And there's Knight. That's good on the assist from Cook. Knight's got 19 points.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Here is Cook. 23 points in the game. Traps in the tray.
And how about the pressure they're able to now start to apply, taking advantage of every miscue.
Now here is Brand. Defense right on him. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take him. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Spurs.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Here is Brand. 11 points in the game. Will it go? San Antonio again missing. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And counted, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Magic have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one. And that one falls for Knight. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now here's Stockton. He's guarded closely. Pass the court. And Stockton, here we go. A rebound by Cook.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
Now off the inbound, and it's good on the way up. Cook's got 28 points for the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Knocked loose. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Yeah, scratching my head trying to remember the last time that they missed. They're on an absolute tear.
And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. No coverage that time. Knight's got 7 now in this quarter.
Defensively, just too many baskets in transition. It's really, that's been the difference.
Now Stockton. He kicks it to Gobert. To end the cold streak. Misses the layup.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
And another assist for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Right wing. Here's Stockton. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
And that's a foul called on Money. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Spurs